Hi, this is PD at BurgZerg Arcade at BurgZergArcade.com, and this is tutorial 216. Now, we left off in the last tutorial. We'd actually gone ahead and had our stats loading up. At least it's loading something up. We haven't actually tested to see what it's loading up. And we managed to set the area where we want our actual attributes to be displayed. So let's go ahead and start actually doing something with what we're loading. So first off, I'm just going to start off with the for loop, simply because it's the easiest. And I'm just going to create a new variable in here. It's our counter. And we'll make CNT. Make sure it's less than our, well, we're going to want to grab our pc.instance.primary attributes. If I spell it right. Make sure it's less than the length. And then just increase our counter. And what we're going to do is display a GUI label. So I'm just actually going to cut this one out. I'm going to paste it in here. And for now, I'm just going to go ahead and print our index out. But we have to make sure we convert it to a string, since it's expecting a string there. And let me see, that should be okay. Now, they're all going to print at the exact same spot. And I want them to actually scroll down. So what I'm going to do is take our index here, which is CNT, and I'm just going to multiply it by the line spacing I want for how much I want on each line. So in this case, it's 20. So I'm making each line 20 long or 20 high. So let's go and we'll hit clear. I am getting a warning here that I'm not using the ATT attribute anymore, and that's in our old load attributes from our game settings file. And that's because we're returning this array of attributes. We're not doing that anymore since we're just directly assigning them. So I'm just going to delete it. I don't believe we're using it anywhere else, but if we do discover the error, it's an easy fix. So I got rid of that. So I'm going to hit clear and we'll start it up. And everything starts fine. I'm going to go ahead and let me just look at this. So we got the instance, awake, initialize. Alright, so that works fine. And here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That works out great. Let's go ahead and put the names in there now of our attributes. So I'm going to go back to my GUI script. And again, I want to stress that I'm not really too concerned about how it looks right now, because I know I am going to be changing the way it does this stuff a little bit later on, at least as far as the way it looks. But anyway, I just want to stress that for you. So we want to come in here and we want to actually grab the attribute name. If I just spell that right. And what we're going to do is typecast the CNT value. And remember, our attribute name should be part of our attribute class. And I got an error, so let's go find out what this is. We need it to string. So just make sure you encapsulate it in some parentheses. So 2 over here, 1 there. And then we can say toString. And we'll try this out. So everything loads up fine. We switch over and here we go. We're obviously not making it long enough. And to be honest, it really should come over to about here. So I don't see my numbers ever getting that big. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the width. And the spacing as far as how high it is on top of each other, that's fine. I did want to leave more room to put the vitals here as well. But we can adjust the overall size a little later on. And of course, I still want to have a little area down at the bottom, or at least somewhere on screen, that when I actually select one, I can have some sort of like level up option. But let's just go ahead. We'll stop that and adjust the width. So we're going to come in here. Here's the width here. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I'm doing here. I'm going to grab the width. And I know I'm already subtracting this here. And I don't want any more offset as far as from the left and the right sides, but I do want to leave room for the values, my adjusted base values, to be displayed after this. And I'm not really sure how many pixels I'm going to need for that. But to start off with, I'm going to say 50. And let's save that off. We'll go ahead, we'll start it up. And there we go. It looks like I really well, no, because I'm not even sure if this is the font I'm going to use right now. I just want to get the data out. So that's fine. I really can't see how far it's going over, so I'm going to switch this from a GUI label to a GUI, let's just do a button. Something that actually gives you some sort of visualization of how wide it is. And it looks like I could probably even go over a little bit more. So if this is 50 pixels over here, I'm going to bring it down to about maybe 40. We'll take another look. Yeah, even more, it looks like. All of them still do fit fine. They look fine as far as that they fit. But I am going to go over a little bit more. And let me see. Let's just jump it straight down to 20. Let's see what that gives us. It's probably going to be too small. Yeah. I think 30 probably would be the best option, at least for what I'm going for. But like I said, I already know this is going to change later on. But that's fine. We got that working. I'm going to put some curly braces here. And that's because I also want to display, I guess before I do the button, let's switch it back to a label. I also want to display the adjusted base value. So I'm going to come in here and let's just get rid of all this. And I'm just going to say pc.instance.primaryAttribute.adjustedBaseValue. It may not be adjusted. That's right. They don't have an adjusted base value. I might actually have to go into look. Oh, sorry. I'm using getPrimaryAttribute, which is probably what I should be using. See if I can call it anywhere else. No. But anyway, getPrimaryAttribute requires an index, which is CNT. And after that, I want to get the, well, we don't have an adjusted base value. So here we just have a base value. And of course, I'm going to want to put that to string. And the line's getting a little bit long, but it still fits. So let's go check this out. We have no errors, so let's go start it up. And when we go look, I actually have to move it over. But we can see that there are things being displayed there. So I have to shift this over to the left somewhat. Let me see. We're probably going to want to shift it this much. Plus 10 maybe. I'll just do plus 5 for now. And then we're actually going to need a width. And for now, I'm just going to say, well, whatever this was, this value here. So I'm going to save that off. We'll take a quick look, see how that lines up. Basically, I just want everything to display right and have some sort of, basically have it line up. So everything there looks fine. Later on, I would like to have it all be right adjusted. But for now, that's fine. Everything's displaying the way we want. And if we want to go ahead and make sure all these values are working, I'm actually going to go back to my main menu scene. We'll go here, and I'll just start this up, and I'll hit my delete my character. And I come in, and of course I've actually got to go maximum size. For the recording size, I do 720p. My actual game window is bigger than 720p, but we'll go ahead and I'm going to give them 80 here. And I'm going to bring this up to 60. Nimbleness, I'll leave at 50. What do we have left? We have 30 points left, so let's do 5. Let's do 60. And we'll just throw the rest in here. 70. So it's easy to remember. 60, 80, 50, 60, 70, 50, 50. We do need a name. I can't even spell that right today. And of course, we got to go ahead and change the way it looks. I like the blonde hair for some reason with the beard. And right, that beard there. And darker skin this time. I'm not going to play this as an adjustment of size. And there we go. 60, 80, 50, 60, 70, 50, 50. So it seems to be saving and loading correctly. And that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this tutorial. In the next one, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our vitals next, which is pretty much the exact same. As you see, this is pretty easy. It's a little repetitive. We just got to make room for stuff. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye.